earlier than I told people. Yeah, and I know some people are not going to be too happy. And oh, and I forgot to tell Tom that I was starting earlier. But then again, I think I did. I think I did tell him. I don't know. I don't know if I told him. Oh, no, I feel bad. I'm wondering if I can tell him. And no, see, once I switch the screen, it's no longer on there. It's cold. Winter has finally come. And the reason why my nose is running, sorry. Don't want you guys to see my snot. Not on purpose anyways. The reason why I'm starting early is because I had something come up. So first I thought 6:15. Oh, hey, Tiger Monkey's on. I thought 6:15 was going to be a little bit early, but Mr. Davies is on. All right, you didn't miss it. See, and I even had to start sooner, so I appreciate that. Shabbat Shalom. And as always, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Davies. Tiger Monkey, Mr. Boyle, for being a support. Truly, truly appreciate it, especially with this recording. I've been going out in faith with this recording session that's coming up here, because I really didn't have the funds, but I've been having faith that it will happen, that it'll, what is needed will be provided, and also still trying to see if hopefully in February, I'm thinking maybe I will be able to move to a place that's a little bit more affordable. I mean, it's mixed feelings because I have made friends where I moved to, but the rent is just too high. So appreciate the prayers and the support, the continued support, and also prayers on that next adventure when that time comes. I'm drinking my coffee. So the reason why, here, look, I said I'm drinking my coffee and I left my coffee over here. The reason why we're doing this a little bit earlier, not like 6:30ish, is because I'm actually was asked to do the opening music worship songs for the Shabbat Bible study tonight. So that's why. Normally I'm kind of relaxed going to Bible study because I'm not doing the music, but tonight I am. So we're starting early so I can actually make it on time. I have the little harp. I've got the little harp because this was a last minute thing. The wonderful person who normally leads our worship, I am kind of like the person who steps in when she can't, but it was pretty last minute if I could, and she's out for some reason. I think she's okay. I think she just was out, so that's why I'm stepping in, and it's gonna be good. So yeah, I think some of you already follow where I attend, and you watch the live streams, so it's just tonight's gonna be a little special because I'm actually gonna be doing the music and you can actually hear me. It's gonna be at 7 p.m. Central, so not too long from now, but I brought the little harp because that's gonna be pretty quick to set up. It only takes a quick few moments, really. The big harp, no, that takes some time, and I still have to tune this harp, but I haven't left my house since last Shabbat, since last Saturday. Yeah, truly, I had not left. So today tonight I'm celebrating. Well, that's because my main job, I'm very blessed that I get to work from home. And I'm very glad too because it's helped save what I can. But I had enough groceries that I didn't go anywhere. So I'm celebrating with something like some frou-frou coffee, as they call it. I don't add anything special though, really, so I don't know, I call it frou-frou, but I consider any coffee from a coffee shop frou-frou, even if it's just plain coffee. This is their coffee espresso with their they call it moon milk. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good, because it's not too sweet, it's good. Today, the verse of the day really touched my heart. It was from Philippians. Trying to remember which chapter and what verses, but it was saying that, for our attitude to be like the Messiah, who, although he is in union with, or added to be like the Messiah, in that although he's in union with God himself, he is God, he considers as lowly, considers, his attitude is as lowly, something like that, I'm paraphrasing. And it just, I'm like, oh, so in awe of our King, because that's probably the thing that I love the most about him. I love that he is all-powerful. He literally has control over everything, and yet he regards the lowly. He loves us like crazy. He's, we're not far from him. We never are. And it's incredible when you think about it, when you really think about it, dwell on that the most powerful one, who has all things, it's easy for us to get wrapped up in our own little issues. The most powerful one of all regards the lowly and loves us, and which is awesomeness. So that was the verse today that really blessed me. And I don't remember if I shared with you guys my last study. I know we still haven't done a together Bible study. Really want to do that. And maybe you guys can put out there some ideas of what you'd like to study, whether it's from the Tanakh or in the Brit Chadashah, or you want to do 2 studies together. Right now, where I attend, we've been doing the book of Daniel for a long time, because we really get into it, verse by verse, word by word. That's one of the things that I love about it. Most congregations, they read something, they might read one verse, but they just go on to the next thing, and the next thing they connect all the dots, which is not, that's all right. But the way that you study the word according to Jewish tradition is, it's like, oh, Tom is on there now. Welcome, Tom. It's like deep study with one word. I would like to do job. You would like to do, I think we're missing a word. To do a job? Oh, Job. Oh, Job. I'm sorry. Job. The book of Job. Oh, that is a good book. Yep. Actually, I would love that. I would love that, because the book of Job is actually what the book of Job is what really got me through getting into the mental, emotional, spiritual safety piece when I was going to go into my major spinal surgery I had as a teenager. The one that I almost lost my life. Thank God he had other plans, as he told me when I was in there. So it was the book of Job. I was like, why, God? Why am I going through this? Why? It was the book of Job. So yeah, that would be awesome. There is so much in Job, for sure. And I like that you say that too, because not that long ago, there was like this TV showing of the book of Job on TV, and it wasn't by believers at all. It was like professors and people who have no relationship with God. And I'm like, they're putting this together as a historical documentary show. And it was so weird, because they were sharing stuff. They weren't sharing it like in a demeaning way, but they were sharing stuff from the Bible with like no connection to God. And I was like, this is just pointless. They put all this money and time and effort into making the book of Job story or about Job. And then there was no, it was so lifeless. And I tell you what, if somebody wants to really know the book of Job, understand Job, they would have to have a relationship with God. And I don't know, it's I make that sound, I don't mean to sound so negative, but it was kind of frustrating to me to watch. I didn't watch the whole thing, I couldn't, but it was frustrating to watch something that I'm like, these people don't have a relationship with God, and they're talking about Job and the Bible and the Lord as like with no connection. It was just so lifeless. So lifeless. Yeah. And it was kind of strange. It was pretty strange. No, it wasn't kind of strange. It was really strange. It was really strange. I'm just going to be honest. It was really strange. Yep, it was. But yeah. So if you have come on later. I started sooner because I am going to be doing music at where I attend, so I wanted to start sooner. And I feel bad for anybody who misses anything. Yeah, I'd love to hear how everyone's doing. Anything you want to share? Oh, Mr. Boyle. Yes, it was. It was indeed. It was very strange. It was. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't stand to watch it. It's kind of similar. Listening to a documentary by people who don't have a relationship with the Lord about Job is actually, and it makes sense spiritually, felt sort of like how when I had read some of the Quran. This was years ago when I had Muslim friends. I still have Muslim friends, but I was trying to understand where they were coming from. And I just felt so much anxiety when I barely just started to read the Quran, because it had stuff from the Bible that was twisted. It had things that were actually I'd read in the Bible, same stories, but they were twisted. They had a different outcome. They had different things. And I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong. There's no relationship with God in this. And as you guys know, there isn't. There is no relationship with God in that. It's, I love my friends who are Muslim, but I know that as it says in the Word of God, it says, do not take away or add, right? It says that in the Word. I don't remember what verse that is, but it does say to not take away or add. And the Quran is with twisted versions of stories in the Bible, as well as additions to it. Yeah, so I'm very familiar with it. We actually had an in-depth study of that at my congregation. I missed the last and most of the first time, I think, but I'm very well familiar with it because I've wanted to be a light to my Muslim friends, and it's hard. It's a hard read. You have to be prayed up if you're going to open the Quran. You have to be, because you will experience anxiety. Who knows what else? I know that was how I reacted. I reacted with anxiety, and I can't tell you how happy and relieved I was to finally return the Quran to the library, because this was at the library that I rented it. I was so happy to return it. I was like, yes, it's gone, because I just didn't want it around. Hey, hola. All right. Oh yes, we'll definitely pray. Definitely. I think anything that has to do with music for the Lord, for sure. I mean, yeah, definitely do that. That sounds like a good plan, but we'll pray about that too. Yes, very much so, demonic. My one friend who's Muslim, who I've talked to about the Lord here and there, it's kind of interesting because on the spiritual side of it, I might start to share the truth, and my friend will be hearing but not listening, hearing what I'm saying, taking it in but not letting it plant. Although of course I believe and have faith that God's still planting seed, but yeah, it's a lot. But that's probably the number one thing that I refer back to, is that God had said not to add or take away from His Word. And so anything, let's say a new religion comes up and says, okay, let's add to this, let's add to the Word, something's wrong. Another example, here we are talking about the Quran, but another example, as a historical document, it's pretty interesting, but the Book of Mormon. I've got friends who are Mormon, and I love them dearly, and I know that they love the Lord, but I have yet to ask, actually. I should. How did they feel for that in regards to the scripture that says not to add or take away? Because it is an addition to. It's pretty interesting. Hola. Okay, so I was only going to make this 15 minutes. It is coming up on 15 minutes. I didn't have a whole lot to share. I know I shared that scripture in the beginning. And I wanted to start right at 6:15. I started sooner. But I do have this music thing I'm going to be doing. And I got to make sure I'm there on time. So I just want to thank you guys so much for coming on, for being here, for blessing me in prayers and your support. It means so much. This weekend, I'm supposed to meet with the music recording guy again. And so prayers for that, prayers for the Lord to be present. I will be completely honest with you guys that I have felt like the Lord is with me, but that I'm just weighed down from things that still don't make sense to me. And so I would appreciate your prayers specifically for freedom in his spirit, freedom, yeah, I don't know, however he leads you to pray for me, I would appreciate it. Yes, Mr. Boyle, it was kind of a last minute thing, so that's why I gotta go. I gotta make sure I'm actually there on time. I am doing music there. Our normal music person is out for some reason, and so I'm gonna be opening music. So yeah, if you are listen to our studies, definitely. Whoever's on here, I know a couple of you do. RR that. I don't know what that means, but but bless you. Oh, tienes talento. I know what that means. You have talent. Gracias. Gloria a Dios. Todo gloria a Dios. Por el talento. Sí. Roger. Oh, Roger that. Gotcha. Yep. Yes. Okay. So speaking of which, I have to get there early enough to set up. So I love you all. Bless you. Shalom, shalom. It's been past 15 minutes now. And our king is coming back soon. Oh, thank you guys. I see Tiger Monkey laughing there. Bless you. I know it wasn't much. I didn't share a lot. Just that verse in the beginning. But hopefully we are going to do more. And I might even update you guys midweek on that recording. Because that's going to be, sounds like tomorrow night and Sunday. So, yeah. I'm feeling better now that I've been out and seen the world. I tell you, I've been home all this time. It's kind of interesting. But at the same time, I feel extra confident coming out in the world. I don't know. Usually people are feeling skittish. I don't feel that way. I feel like, okay, let's do things. We're out in the world. First time in a week. I'm alive. Adventure. Okay. Shalom, shalom. Bless you guys. Thanks again for joining.